welcome to this brand new edition of Lola. I'm going to introduce you to the most wonderful women in Atlanta. You have to pardon me for my not so African. Before we go through that, I would like for you, Dr. George, to please tell us a little bit about NWAG, what it stands for in your mission statement.
Nigerian Women Association of Georgia was founded in 2000. Its mission is to empower women, children, and youth, and to foster the Nigerian culture in Atlanta, in the United States, especially in Atlanta, Georgia.
Non-profit organization created to empower women both here in America as well as in Nigeria. So we haven't extended your services through Africa, but you're concentrating on Nigeria at the present.
Yes, for now we are working with Nigeria.
How long have you been a member, Ms. Unpoint?
I'm one of the founding members of the organization. So we were there from the beginning to support Mrs. Keshi.
It's good to hear. As past president of NWAG, Dr. Nwag, how do you initiate the women? How do you recruit members into the organization?
We have a June event, when we usually try to raise funds for most of our projects, and we advertise that in the community, and we attend other people's events.
Talking about lifestyle, and one of the questions we wanted to know was that, is NWAG predominantly for married women?
It's not a criteria to just recruit married women, but majority of us are married, but it's just, it just happens to be like that.
Well said, Mrs. Osai. As a president, past vice president of NWAG, what has been the most accomplished, most satisfying and gratifying mission that you've ever participated in?
I think the medical mission to Nigeria recently, where we collaborated with Eco Club and other organizations. We are about 100 plus participants in the mission.
What do you have to say to a woman sitting outside somewhere in Africa looking up to you, and what is the advice that you have for this kind of women?
I would say to you that any woman out there, if you have a reason or if you have a passion for anything, you must have a purpose in life. And when you're thinking about your purpose, some women have not really defined or have not been able to find out their purpose. And some of the women here that are members of NWAG have decided that they have a passion for service for humanity.
I would say that NWAG is actually the prime agency in America. What are the implementations that you've put in place to reach the orphanages or to reach the individuals who are less fortunate?
We give out funds to orphanages in Nigeria. We support the Susanna Homes. It's one of the orphanages in the East where we supported the library to be built that they put the name of NWAG on.
It's actually the way that the medical supply works is that the states that we actually donate to have to be a member state, so a member has to be there.
Dr. Nwag, you're passionate, you're wearing red lipstick. How do you keep, we're going to take you to the home front now. This is all about women, sisterhood, and things that we could talk about. How do you keep passion alive in your marriage? You've been married for a long time.
Yeah, actually we had a 30th anniversary last year. Well, we call our husbands and men that help us MWAG. So, usually we kind of roped in our spouses, when we organize these things, attend meetings, sometimes very late. We come back very late. They're quite understanding and they see what we do. They understand that we are not going there to gossip. We don't go there to fight, so they understand that NWAG is different from a lot of women organizations.
Has there ever been any in
NWAG? We don't have time.
No, it's not part of our bylaws.
But there's another thing that I wanted to ask you, which is the trophy wife syndrome that is going on about in the community now. The men are going across the waters to bring in the trophy wives to America. And meanwhile, the younger ladies are complaining that there's not enough men to go around. And the men are complaining that the Nigerian women in America are too sophisticated to be tamed. Or what is your take on going over the waters to acquire a trophy wife? I mean,
but unfortunately, when they bring the trophy wives here, after 5 years, the trophy wife acquire the Western values, and that becomes
5 years is a long time.
Well,
5 years is great.
Yeah, so that becomes a Western.
Is a Western value wrong for marriage? It's not wrong. I mean, what is the?
Okay, I think those who are. In fact, I'm hearing about trophy wives for the first time this evening. But I think those who go back to get wives are those adults who came here as adults. And they're probably too old to be marrying some of the young people here to the younger girls here. And so seriously, you have the young girls and you have the young men, and they're getting to marry each other. No, they're
could be
so the younger ones.
Clash, because you have lived here in America for so long, and then you're going back to Nigeria to get someone who has not been exposed to
well, that was the idea.
I think most of the time, I would say, there's some men, I hate to say this, but I mean, just have to say it.
We're going to cut it off.
Okay, if it's really bad.
No.
But what I can say is this. I think most of our husbands have gotten to a level where they don't feel insecure. And some do. So some of the men that are feeling threatened in their homes, or they just are not able to understand that women are capable of being successful just like men, tend to want to get these women or girls from Nigeria or anywhere, so that they will be in total control. I believe a man is always in charge of his home, not because he's a man, it's because of the responsibility he takes on.
Yeah.
And if they're going to bring a person or a woman from Nigeria, and they just feel that they have to relegate them to the background, if that makes them feel good, they may just do that. And if they feel they don't need a partner, they need a slave, or they need somebody who's just going to keep their home and be in their beds.
But the misconception is that a woman from Africa is not wide-eyed. I mean, but the women from the motherland are twice or three times more outgoing, and they're more friendly. Actually, no, they're more versed with the traditions of Western culture.
To be fair to the men, when you look at the number of women, Nigerian women in the diaspora, and look at the pool they have available in Nigeria, there's no comparison. And I think it's all about choice, because you may live in America but not be westernized.
Yes.
You may still have all your cultural values and your cultural appetites. So I don't look at it as a negative thing. I look at it as a matter of choice. I mean, the world is your oyster. If you want to pick your wife from Nigeria, that's okay. But I think the challenge comes in when you are thinking that because of your values, you're very traditional, you want the old school way in terms of your home, and then you bring a woman across the river and you bring her over here, not realizing that even though you chose not to allow the developed economy penetrate you, that woman has her own being. And even though she appeared to be traditional when you chose her as a partner, she comes to this environment as a developed economy, and she has a learning spirit. She becomes exposed and makes different choices from yours. That's when conflict happens.
Yeah. We just want to thank you for giving the Nigerian Women Association of Georgia an opportunity to talk about the things that we do. To the women that are looking at us and listening to us, we wish them well.
So again, I'm saying thank you so very much. It's been a lovely home, and lovely ladies of Nwag. It's great to meet you, and thank you for coming on the program.
Angel of my life.